Hi kid! Hello kid! Welcome to our KidTime StoryTime. Yes, I am very excited about this book, StoryTeller, to present to you kids. And why are you so excited about it, Abuela Bear? Because it is in both of my languages, in English and in Spanish, and it has very important figures from history, which I like very much.
And also, it has your favorite phrase that you always tell me, Abuela.
Oh, yes, it does, Green Bear.
He always tells me to be bold and be brave.
Do you want to sit on my lap while a storyteller reads to us?
You know I do, Abuela.
Okay, let's go.
There's nowhere better to read a story than on Abuela's lap. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, Green Bear. Be bold, be brave. Also, sé audaz, sé valiente. 11 Latinas who made U.S. history. So these are Latina women, Latin women, Hispanic women, who are from the United States, and the important things that they did. This book belongs to me. It's my book, Storyteller. I will put your name in, Abuela Bear, after we are done reading. First, we begin with RITA Moreno, an Oscar-winning actress. But not just an Oscar-winning actress. Rita Moreno's mom knew she was a seamstress and her dad a farmer. But she always knew she wanted to be a performer. She's very talented, as a matter of fact, and can do many things like sing, dance, and act. She has won an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony Award. She's even won an Oscar. She is truly adored. Los padres de Rita Moreno, una costurera y un granjero, pero ella siempre amó la actuación y quiso dedicarse a ello. Actuación es acting. Canta. Baila, es versátil en varias cosas. Es una mujer, en verdad, talentosa. Canta is she sings. Baila is she dances. Un Tony, un Emmy, un Grammy y un Oscar están entre sus premios, pero el mejor de todos es haber alcanzado sus sueños. She is an EGOT winner. I mean, that is a huge deal. Only the third EGOT winner ever.
Storyteller, that is not a word.
Actually, it's an acronym.
Oh, is that the word where the first letter really stands for something else?
Exactly. And it means she's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. So that's why they call it an EGOT winner.
That's a pretty big deal, right? I mean, that's some big awards.
It is a big deal. In fact, she's only the third person to ever have won it.
How many have won now?
Well, as of this reading today, on this date, 15. But there are probably going to be more.
That's not a lot of people.
Well, that's really hard to get those big awards.
Okay, I'm learning a lot. Keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. Are you back on Abuela's lap?
I am. Super comfortable.
Lisa Fernandez, an Olympic gold medalist. Lisa Fernandez enjoys many sports. She likes basketball, softball, and games of all sorts. Athletics is a passion she's had since age 8. She never gave up and soon became great. That's good for you to know in case, you were wondering. At age 8, you can begin to sow the seeds of your greatness. She practiced for years to accomplish her dream, winning gold medals with the Olympic softball team. A Lisa Fernández le gustan los deportes de todo tipo. De niña jugaba softball en un pequeño equipo. That's right, softball is softball. That's pretty easy to memorize, right? A los 8 años inició su pasión por ser una gran atleta, y con mucha dedicación logró su meta. Practicó muchos años para alcanzar su sueño, una medalla olímpica, llevar en su cuello. Medalla olímpica, can you tell what that means? Olympic medal. Olímpica, Olympic. Medalla, medal. And, it's reversed in English and Spanish. So in Spanish it would be Olympic medal, and in Spanish, medalla olímpica, medal Olympic. See how that works? That's simple. Piece of cake. Selena, bitty bitty bum bum. She's a Latina icon. Selena was born in a small city in Texas. She grew to be famous because her voice was infectious and not like a disease, just like an earworm. She balanced two cultures, which is no easy feat, and sang in English and in Spanish while dancing to the beat.
That's just like Abuela. When she's singing in the kitchen when she's baking me cookies, she sings in English and in Spanish. She should be in this book. I'm going to tell the author.
Okay, that's a good idea. From fashion to music to movies and more, she became a role model like no one before. Selena nació en una pequeña ciudad de Texas. Con su carisma y tenacidad abrió muchas puertas. Cantó en inglés y en español, traspasando fronteras. El ser bilingüe en el escenario fue de las primeras. See, she was one of the first to sing in English and in Spanish. Cantante, empresaria y hasta diseñadora, pero más que nada una mujer luchadora. She really popularized a form of music called Tejano music in the United States that was popular in Mexico but not really seen here. She really made it very popular here. She was the first really huge bilingual pop star to come up in modern times. Selena, they also called her. I call her Selena because it's in Spanish. Ellen Ochoa, an astronaut. That's right. We're going out of this world. Ellen Ochoa was the first Latina to go into space. She traveled on the shuttle Discovery to that faraway place. In college, she studied to become an engineer, learning about physics, science, and the atmosphere. She's an inventor, a flutist, and even a pilot. And you can be too if you really desire it. Ellen Ochoa fue la primera latina al espacio llegar. En el transbordador Discovery viajó a tan lejano lugar. Sobresaliente en temas de matemáticas, física y ciencia, se graduó como ingeniera. Es una eminencia. Ingeniera es engineer. También es piloto, flautista e inventora. Una mujer como tú, soñadora. Piloto, pilot. So it's just with an O. Pilot, piloto. Flutist, flautista. Inventor, inventora. You see, you start reading, you start seeing the matching words, and you start putting them all together, and that's how we grow our vocabulary. Pura BELPRE. What? What? Do you see what I see here? Puppets and books. She's a storyteller. Okay, I think this may be Storyteller's favorite page. Pura BELPRE, a librarian and an author. Librarian, author, and talented puppeteer. Pura loved telling stories to children far and near. Oh, that is so cool to see that.
Okay, now why aren't you in this book?
It's okay, because I am still doing stuff and Pura probably is done, so now they can tell her whole story. Is that okay? Is that a good enough reason?
I'll take it for now, but I'm starting to think you should be in this book, and definitely Abuela Bear should be in this book.
Her passion was to inspire children to read, which is important and necessary if you ever want to lead, which I know you do. Pura wrote many books about folklore and tradition. Telling stories in English and Spanish was her principal mission. So let's follow that mission. Bibliotecaria, autora y titiritera. A Pura le encantaba contar cuentos a pequeños donde quiera. That's right. Aren't those great words? Titiritera? That's a puppeteer. I know that's a mouthful, as is bibliotecaria, librarian. Biblioteca is library. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And that's where you find the bibliotecaria. Su pasión fue leer y promover la lectura, algo necesario si quieres algún día ser una gran figura. Pura escribió muchos libros sobre folclore y tradición. Contar historias en inglés y español fue su principal misión. Very good words. Libros. You know what libros are, don't you? Books. Libros. Books. What do we read here? Libros. ¿Qué leemos? Books. Sonia Sotomayor. Now she is very, very current. Very current. So chances are you might have heard her name before because she is on the U.S. Supreme Court. Sonia Sotomayor was very good at school. She studied hard and got good grades and followed all the rules, which is all the things that I want you to do. She later went to Princeton and became a lawyer, then a judge, always having bigger dreams. On that, she would not budge. That is what you call determination. Now she makes decisions ruling on federal law. She's a Supreme Court justice, the biggest job of all. A Sonia Sotomayor, desde niña, girl, le gustaba estudiar, dedicaba a su educación para un mejor futuro a forjar. Fue a la Universidad de Princeton y se convirtió en abogada, cumpliendo sus metas por ser una alumna aplicada. Ahora es juez en la Corte Suprema, un trabajo muy importante. Toma decisiones sobre la ley federal, es una mujer brillante. Muy importante. Very important job. María Hinojosa. I've heard her on the radio. She's an award-winning journalist. Do you like to tell stories or perhaps write your own? I do. How about saying them out loud on a microphone? I do too. Journalists write and tell stories about their community. Many of them spotlight bravery, justice, and unity. Like Maria Hinojosa, who chose that career, telling stories that inspire, inform us, and make things more clear. ¿Te gusta contar historias? Sí. ¿Has pensado en ser cronista? Sí. Como María Hinojosa, una gran periodista. Puedes ser reportera en radio o televisión, escribiendo sobre su comunidad si esa es tu pasión. Los periodistas como María narran historias de justicia y unidad, relatos que inspiran, nos informan y nos dan más claridad. Clarity, claridad. What is she holding there? A microphone, her reporter notebook, and an award, as she does. Antonia Novello. I wonder if she says novello, though, in Spanish, since it's the two L's. But in English, Antonia Novello, the first female U.S. Surgeon General. Have you thought of a career as an engineer or author? Or perhaps you'd study medicine to become a great doctor. And you can wear this cool lab coat. Like Antonia Novello, who became a pediatrician to help kids like her born with a painful condition. She also served as Surgeon General, an important position. Appointed by the President, it's our country's top physician. That's right, the Surgeon General is considered America's doctor, and they issue health recommendations, warnings, things like that. ¿Qué te gustaría ser de grande? ¿Ingeniera, científica o profesora? O posiblemente convertirte en una gran doctora, como Antonia Novello, una pediatra cariñosa que trató a niños como ella, que nacieron con una condición dolorosa. Fue cirujana general de los Estados Unidos durante su profesión, nombrada por el presidente Doctora de la Nación. Cirujana general, Surgeon General. Cirujana, Surgeon, General, General. See, it's the same word. General, General. JUDY BACA, artist, muralist. A muralist is when they make the art ginormous, like on a wall. And scholar. That's just a smarty pants person who knows a lot of things. JUDY BACA is a painter, an artist with a vast career. She's also a scholar, a muralist, and community pioneer. JUDY BACA es una pintora, una artista de gran carrera, también es académica, muralista y pionera. Oh, I'm changing it up, back and forth, back and forth. Cuenta la historia de varias comunidades a través de sus murales, sin importar raza o clases sociales. She paints on city walls depicting people of all races, using color and heart to tell stories in public spaces. Sus pinturas narran historias usando colores brillantes. El arte es necesario para conversaciones importantes. Her murals tell the story of social transformation. Indeed, art is needed for important conversations. Ah, yes. And also, because beauty is important in the world. Let's see. Her name is Hilda Solis, but in Spanish it's Hilda Solis, and she's a politician. Hilda Solis was the first in her family to graduate from college. She's helped her community with all of her knowledge. She's worked in the California Senate, the White House, and Congress, making laws that are fair and help the country's progress. The first Latina to serve in the U.S. cabinet. She was Secretary of Labor. She made sure the laws were in the workers' favor. Hilda Solis fue la primera en su familia en graduarse de la universidad. Hoy es una mujer exitosa que ayuda a su comunidad. See, to be the first to graduate in her family from college, it's always a big deal when you're the first to do anything, because that means you are opening doors that no one had opened behind you before. Fue secretaria del trabajo y en la Casa Blanca colaboró. También estuvo en el Congreso y como política se destacó. Política means she was a politician. Hilda crea leyes que nos ayudan a progresar. Justa, trabajadora y honrada. Ayuda a muchos a triunfar. Triunfar, to triumph. Oh, now we have an activist. You can tell she's an activist because she's got her hands up in the air like, ah! And then she's got the megaphone going. Dolores Huerta. Dolores Huerta fought to try and make things fair, using her voice with strength, conviction, and flair. She's talked to lots of people on many stages and made sure that farm workers received better wages. She's an activist and mother who fights for equality, making sure everyone's life is of the utmost quality. Dolores Huerta, fiel defensora de los derechos humanos, human rights, luchó para que los campesinos tuvieran mejores salarios. Dolores alzó su voz cuando es necesario. Su activismo la ha llevado a hablar en grandes escenarios. Una madre, a mother, que lucha con fuerza, convicción y talento. Su compromiso con el pueblo está presente en todo momento. And now we're down to the last one. And it's you. Although we've reached the end of this book, your story is next. Just go to the mirror and take a look, because you've reached the end of this book. If there are changes in the world you want to see different, you can change them for sure. Just don't be indifferent. Be brave, be bold, and be courageous, because your destiny, kid, is also greatness. Like all of these women who weren't afraid. So go out into the world and just remember, be brave. Oh, storyteller, I really enjoy this book very, very much. Did you learn something, Abuela Bear? Oh, yes. I didn't know that Rita Moreno, who I love in the movies, I did not know that she was the EGOT winner. Is that what you say, EGOT? Yes, EGOT winner.
Which I'm still not convinced is an actual word.
It is an acronym. Storyteller told you.
Yeah, you're right, Awa. It's an acronym.
Very good, very good.
I still think, though, that there should be one more person in this book, at least.
And who would you nominate, Green Bear?
Abuela Bear, you should be in this book because you're my personal hero. And you speak English and Spanish.
Oh, Green Bear.
And you give the best hugs. And also you make the best cookies. And you're the awesomest abuela ever. So I'm going to write a book and you're going to be the #1 Latina who made U.S. history for Green Bear. I love you, abuela. Also, when I'm president of the United States,
Yes, Green Bear.
you're going to be first grandma.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, well, kid, I hope that you go out and you be bold and you be brave, okay?
I know I will.
See you next time, kid, on KidTime StoryTime.